Hi, everyone. My name is Johanna Siebert, and I'm a home ownership counselor in the Medford area. I'm just going to wait a couple minutes to see if more people want to log on, and then we'll get started. So while we're waiting for to see if anybody else wants to log on with us, I have our website pulled up, and we have a wonderful promo on our interest rate for a 30-year fixed loan right now at 4.875%, which is so exciting, and an incredible offer. You can reach out to your local branch or our lender. You can reach our lender through our website to get more details on that. But that's a really great opportunity to either decrease your budget, your monthly payment, or to get more house. So it's pretty exciting for us right now. Okay, I'm going to get started. I wasn't sure how many people would want to actually see a Dusty Shoe virtual tour and to see what our homes look like while they're in the middle of construction. But I have been here about 20 years now. I came in as a customer to Adair and built my first house with Adair in 2003 or 2004. And I've met so many people over the years, and some people just like to see the finishes, and other people just really want to know what is behind the walls. So I worked on this beautiful custom home, and I think what's going to be fun is you'll be able to see it right now in the middle of construction before we cover the walls. And in about 6 weeks or 8 weeks, I'm going to have another one where it's fully finished. So we'll get to see the before and after, which is part of what I love about my job is, just seeing where it all starts and seeing where it all ends. It's very exciting and rewarding. So like I mentioned, my name's Johanna. I help people through this process. I've been with the company for 20 years. The way that we're going to talk a little bit about our custom homes right now, and the way that they work is really similar to our other plans. So when you go on our website and you start looking at floor plans, we have probably about 35 floor plans to choose from. And all of them are completely customizable. So you can move walls, add windows, change your ceiling height, change your cabinetry layout. And we do the same thing with our custom plans, only we're just creating a brand new plan that we don't have in our portfolio. And so we do have a process for that. It's a great process where we meet with our design team. And one of the things I like best about it is we actually have our estimator at that meeting. So while it's great to meet with the design team because they'll design you whatever you want, that's good to have the estimator there to help you remember like what your budget is and what you're trying to accomplish budget wise. So it's a really great process that we have set up, as well as all of our, like just our process in general. It's kind of down to a science because we've helped thousands of people through this. So, it's just step 1, step 2, step 3. And if you just follow the steps, you'll just be moving into your new home like before you know it. So I am going to start by showing you what we kind of started with. So this is my red line version of my custom home that we're going to be walking through today. And even with the custom home process, we start with the base plan, and then we have options available to choose from. And we may still be making changes after we get our concept plan drafted. So it is a little bit of a process to get through, but it's fun, it's designed, and you want to make sure you have everything right the way that you've envisioned it. So in this case, you can see the black is our concept plan. And what the customer was given were these options, like we can vault the great room. You can see that this vault it starts here low, goes high and down low, and that's so we can get that great second story window feature in the back of the home. And then we had an option to vault the primary suite as well. We gave them a bathroom layout option for the second bathroom if they wanted to choose that. A gourmet kitchen layout, which essentially is built-in appliances. So you have a 36-inch range and some built-in wall ovens. Then we have our elevations, which just shows us what the house is going to look like from every direction. And then we did make some changes to, they wanted to have some vented windows added onto the house. And then we decided that we wanted these to be clear glass doors, and we centered them between the windows. So there was still a little bit of work that we were doing even after we had our plans drafted. And you can see that really here in the kitchen when we started working on cabinets. They deleted their upper cabinets here, and we're going to put the shelves, the floating shelves in. They want their cabinets to go flush to the ceiling so they don't have to worry about dusting. We added some pull-out shelves here so it's easier to get to what's in the cabinetry. Rather than have 2 big drawers, they opted for 5 small drawers here. And I am actually going to jump over and show you what this looked like after drafting. And then we added this really great little beverage bar in, but our space ended up being a little bit smaller. We're going to have a refrigerator under. We make sure there's an outlet for the Keurig. We have open shelves and a light on top of this. And this is what it looks like after all the red lines are gone. So our client had another opportunity to review the plans, make sure that we had everything correct before we go into full set drafting and engineering. And here's that cute little beverage bar, which I can't wait to see this when it's finished. So let's jump into the actual tour of the home. Also, I should let you know that my chat feature's off, but you can use Q&A if you have any questions. We are going to be looking at more of a construction product. And while I know our general building and construction guidelines, just from having been here for 20 years, you may have some technical questions that I would need to get help from my construction team answering. So we'll just go through this and we'll see what you think. This is a beautiful home on the Rogue River. One thing I do want to point out is that we were in a floodplain and the home needed to be elevated probably about 6 feet. So originally my customer was thinking he wanted to put a full garage all the way under the home. And that added a lot of expense because this is a larger home. And so we ended up doing a built-up pad, which we did have to get some engineering just because we're in the floodplain. But this is maybe a good thought for people that are on a sloped lot. There's different ways that we can handle slope and floodplain, either by creating a taller foundation or stepping the foundation or creating a built-up engineered pad. And in this case, we did hold back the built-up pad with some retaining boulders, which I think turned out really nice. And now they're able to have a flat patio in the backyard, you know, the back, and enjoy their river frontage that they've had. So, and this is really exciting for me too, because I've been working with this client for a few years and they've owned this lot for many, many years and have always dreamt of building on it. And they were finally able to do that. So let's play. And I may stop and talk about a few things while we're going through it. And then I'll just run through it and let it play at once for you. So it's hard not, it's about the house, but it's hard not to take in the river when you have such a beautiful lot. And I wish I could play this just a little bit slower. But so all of our homes, we use the Geldwin windows, and these are actually custom windows that my client chose. They vent at the bottom, and so usually we have sliding windows or single hung windows go up and down, but we have some custom windows going on in here. This customer has a 9-foot ceiling plate, so we were able to put in 1-foot transoms above the door. When we have a standard 8-foot plate, that there wouldn't be room for these with the header and the windows. And you'll also notice this is still pretty high off the ground. And that is basically because we're in the floodplain and we have to elevate the living space 1 foot above the base flood elevation. Here's another really good view of how we built the pad up and how we're retaining the soils back here. Okay, so this home is, this is what we call midpoint. It's all cleaned up and the electrical and the plumbing are done. The HVAC system is running through the ceiling and vented out. And all of the mechanical ducting is completed. The tubs and showers are in if there's going to be a fiberglass tub. You'll see that our exterior walls are insulated. And in this case, our client did insulate the interior walls did get insulated also, but that is a separate option that you need to ask for. And hopefully your home ownership counselor will remind you of this, because you probably want to at least insulate your plumbing, your interior plumbing walls. Our exterior walls are 2x6 and our interior walls are 2x4, and we have engineered trusses. A lot of times our vaulted ceiling, which is where they raise at an angle and lower, those run with the actual roof line. But on occasion, we can just turn these so they run like perpendicular to the roof line. And that's how we get the second row of windows. And being on the river, my client really wanted to capture the view out the back. So at Adair, before we close up the walls with the sheetrock, and you can see our sheetrock is actually stocked in this house and ready to place, we do a walkthrough with our owners where we show them the electrical, we show them where the cabinets go, we show them some door swings, and just make sure everything looks okay before we put the walls up and then there's nothing we can do about it. Also, you'll see in the kitchen here, this is going to be a great big island. I believe my client wanted a raised lunch bar island, and that is why there's framing here. So this will be, boy, that kind of goes fast on me. But this is standing in the kitchen looking out towards the great room. So you could, it's going to be, it's a really big house. So it's always interesting to me that once the sheetrock goes up, which you would think would close it in and make it feel small, it actually grows the whole thing. So it's once we get the sheetrock and the walls in here, it's going to look really big, and I'm excited for that. Here's the beautiful windows again. There's a bedroom, lots of windows. So this is our standard tub shower combo, and it's fiberglass. This tub is actually really deep, and it is a great tub that we use. Some people do opt to do like a drop-in tub with a tile surround, or you could do like a full tile shower. This is in bath 2, so my client just opted to keep the tub shower combo, and they're doing something different in their primary suite. You can just see the plumbing. This is where the plumbing comes in and out. We use the PEX plumbing for our water lines. Okay, so this is a shower insert. So you can trade out the tub shower combo for a fiberglass shower only. Or again, you could do a full tile shower. And we have different custom options for creating extra big showers, tile showers, with like partial walls, and there's so many things that we can do. I just love this this is like a big wall of windows in one of the bedrooms. This is a guest bedroom where they're just going to have walls and a beautiful glass door looking out towards the river. And the guests are going to be able to get out onto their shared patio in the back. It's going to be, they're going to have a lot of company, I think. So here's another view at the rear of the house. And again, just going maybe back into the inside, Adair does include all of the construction cleanup in inside of our contract. It's part of what we do, so that you can see the house is like nice and clean and tidy, and it's ready for the next phase of construction. We would have just gotten through all of our inspections, our midpoint inspections, and we'll be ready to do the drywall. And I'll remind myself to show you, I have a little schedule of how we keep our homeowners notified of what tasks are coming up next. So you can always, we send out a 6-week at a time schedule, so you can kind of see how things are progressing with your house and know what's coming up next. Also, it is going to be really fun to come back and view this house after it's finished, because we did some really great finishes in here. They have beautiful like blue-green cabinetry with quartz countertops everywhere, and herringbone backsplash, like full height backsplashes, luxury vinyl plank throughout. It's going to be a really beautiful home, and it would be fun to come back and look at what they look like after they're finished. So I do know that right now in this house, we are installing the drywall in the inside, and we're installing the exterior siding. Our exterior siding is hardy plank, so it's the cement fiberboard. It's a wonderful product to just be included in our base price. It's fire resistant, it's pest resistant, rot resistant. It's just a great product. I even had a client once that was worried about woodpeckers and James Hardy sent me a brochure, and it's woodpecker resistant. So a little bit of trivia. So before I start that again, and I'll just let it run through, it runs through pretty quickly. So I wanted to show you the schedule that I was talking about, and hopefully everyone can see it. So this week we're doing the drywall and siding for 2 weeks. Our finished trailer is going to come, and it's going to include all their cabinets and lighting fixtures and interior doors and trim. This house is going to have stained grade trim and stained grade doors. It's going to be really beautiful with the natural wood finishes. And then we will start painting, and you can see here in just about 5 weeks, we're going to be installing countertops and tile, and that house is going to be really close to being finished and ready for us to take a new video to share with you. But this is what I'm talking about. This is the kind of communication that we have with our customers while you're in construction, that you will, every Friday, you'll get this schedule for the next 6 weeks. So 1 week will drop off, a new week will pop on there, and you'll get to see the progress of your home. And we try to run a really tight schedule. And that is, we are able to do that because we have subcontractors that we work very closely with. Here in my area, my subs, I have some subs that have been with us for almost 30 years and much longer than I've been here, which is kind of amazing. So those are the kinds of things that we have in place to be able to, provide a good experience. So I'm going to go back to the video tour and just let it run through. It's hard for me not to talk. There's so many fun things to say about our homes, but let's see. That's a beautiful Rogue River in Southern Oregon. There may be some people on here that weren't here in the beginning, but this home is in the floodplain. So you'll see that we built it up rather than put empty space underneath or garage space underneath. We built up the pad, and that has a little bit of a taller foundation just to elevate it above base flood elevation so it can be safe from flooding. This home has a lot of windows in it because there's just beautiful views all around it. So we can do that when we go through your plans. If you're doing a custom home or if you're doing a standard plan, we can always add windows. We can change the sizes of the windows or the type of windows. You can add glass, full light doors. Sometimes in the utility room, I like to add the half light door, so you can kind of see who's outside when you go to open the door and you don't run into somebody. But there's so many different things that you can do just to make your house feel special and, to build the house that you want to live in. Okay, so that was the grand tour of our house in the middle of construction. Like I said, if I don't see any questions coming through. My name is Johanna Siebert and I work in the Medford office, and my boundary is from the California border all the way up to Myrtle Creek, Canyonville area. I go over to Klamath Falls and Cave Junction and everywhere in between. And if you would like to talk to me about a project, or if you're in another build area and you want to talk to somebody, you can reach out on our website. We have a little chat box. You can say, I'd like an appointment, and they will get you scheduled right away to come and talk to us, or have a virtual appointment or a phone call. This customer that I just built with, we talked for 3 years before we built this home. And sometimes you just have to know where to start and what to do, and if it's possible, and if we can do what you are thinking that you want to do. But this is what we do every day. And so a lot of times when a client calls me and I built something within a mile of their property or 2 miles within their property, and it's really easy for me to know exactly what it's going to take to build on their lot or in that area. When they describe a home to me, even if it's a custom home, it might trigger my memory of another home that I built or customized, because we don't have all of our custom plans available on an online portfolio. So it's really important for you to reach out and make contact with somebody at your branch, because we really do offer a lot more than looking through things. Our website's amazing, but we're amazing too. So if you want to reach out to somebody and you're just not sure if you're ready, it's completely okay to call and know what it's going to take to get ready. So I think I'm going to end it there. I don't see any questions, and I'm really looking forward to talking with you. If you have any questions and you need help figuring out what it's going to take to either find land or to develop your land. Oh, I do have a question. Let's see. Somebody says we are in Lakeside, Arizona. Are we going to be there anytime soon? I know we have several branches in Arizona, and I'm not exactly sure where those locations are, but we have a build area map on our website, so you can kind of look and see what areas we cover. And I know we are always talking about expanding and growing and adding new branches, so it's possible that we could be coming there. I'm just not super familiar with the Arizona area. let's see, somebody else wants to know if we had to do special vents. We did do floodplain vents in the foundation for this job. And I'm sure I have the specs somewhere because I had to add that into my order. And but it would be included in the base price of my of this house because it was in the floodplain. But if you have to change out our vents or add additional vents to any of our plans to be within the floodplain, we can certainly do that. Let's see. So somebody else is asking me about like water rights in New Mexico and the responsibility of the owner. And I'm not sure exactly, I don't know New Mexico at all. And I'm not sure what your water right issues would be in that area. So usually that's why it's important to contact somebody who works in your specific area. Like if you had a question about water rights in Medford, I'd ask you, are you talking about the river? Or are you talking about, irrigation? And then I would know where to point you in the right direction or help you find that information out in my area, because I'm familiar with what happens here. We don't have a branch in your state, but for other people who have questions like that, we always have somebody that can point you in the right direction for land use planning, power, water, septic, driveways. I have a really good team set in place here that helps me help my clients get everything done that needs to be done on that property, no matter what it is. So I appreciate those questions. That's really great. And, this is, like I said, this is just what we do for a living every day, all day. And so we do have a lot of information just specific to our areas that is not available online, because there's a lot of great information on our website, but it is going to be pretty general information that would apply to everybody. And we all know that each lot is very individual and each family is individual and specific. And so we can really help you with all the little details if you want to reach out to somebody in the office. And we do that all as a courtesy, just to make sure that we can do what you want to do on the lot and that our build is going to be successful and fit inside the budget that you want to fit in, and that what you're dealing with your lot. So that is just something that we do as a courtesy right now, which I think is pretty amazing. So I just want to thank you all again for being on here with me, and please tune in because it's going to be finished in just a few weeks, and you're going to be able to see the finished product, which is going to be really exciting. So, all right, enjoy your day. Thank you.